Hey everyone, welcome to Wax Pack Wisdom. I'm Jake T. O'Donnell. Today it's time for another SGC grades reveal. This time there's 8 cards in my most recent submission. 6 of the cards were raw pickups from the Philly show back in September. And I was going to do like a whole new edition of the What's Going On with SGC saga. There's been enough sort of hobby content recently that doesn't really have a lot to do with showing actual cards itself, and I kind of just decided we don't really need that. So I'm going to try to open this up while I continue to talk. The only thing I will just say about this particular SGC order was that it did take a little longer than I would have liked in terms of the from the post grading to the actual shipping. Didn't ship until this past Thursday, and today is Monday the 10th, and I got it. So that took longer than I would like. It took longer than normal, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the grades. I did look at the grades. This is another instance of me looking at the grades beforehand because I'm not patient. These are, I think, all going to stay in my PC except for maybe one card that I was the sort of one dud of the group that I'm not even really sure why I sent it in. I'll probably send it to ComC or something like that. But let's take a look. Let me pull this out and pull the invoice out, and we'll look at the cards. They run the gamut. It's heavy on Red Sox, this order. And again, if you watched my recap of the Philly show, you probably have seen all of these. And I'm just going to do them in the sort of reverse order that they came here. So the first one, and I'll take it out of the take this one out of the bag. This was a W517 of Hall of Famer with the Tigers, Harry Heilmann, that I picked. Again, I picked this up raw at the Philly show. And these sometimes it can be a little bit hit or miss in terms of what you're going to get because it is one of those strip cards, like a cut card. Hold on one second. The back are blank on these. Very clean. This is overall just a super clean card. So was hoping for a good grade on this, and it did get the 3.5. So not too bad. Nice card. Hall of Famer. Great hitter. So many great years with the Tigers. Kind of spanned the era from playing for Ty Cobb, playing with Ty Cobb, then playing for Ty Cobb, and then as you can see here, he's with the Reds at this point in his career. So nice. That's a nice little card. I was pretty happy with the grade on that. All right, the next is there's a couple of modern cards in this, and one was a card that I actually pulled out of a pack on the channel at some point in the last year, and it is this 2024 Bowman of Shohei Ohtani. This is from a mega box. I pulled this out of a mega box, and I had this for a while, and I decided to send it into grade because. And this is going to stay in the PC because I don't know if you know this, but Shohei Ohtani is like unbelievable at baseball. Did things this past year in the postseason that we've never seen anybody do pretty much ever. And I have his rookie card. I have one of his rookie cards from 2018, the Topps Update series. And I figured, why not grade a card of his from his time with the Dodgers, specifically his first year with the Dodgers, 2024, the year that he won his first World Series, the year he won the MVP, possibly his best season overall, 2024. So I thought I would send this one in to keep it in the PC, and as you can see here, it did get a 9.5, so just shy of the 10. Didn't get the Gem Mint 10, just shy, but really happy with this and happy to keep this one in the PC. So, all right, the next one is the one dud of the group here, and I think that part of why I sent this in was just because I wanted to have like an even number of cards to send in. I'm kind of weird like that sometimes. This is a card that I've had floating around for a little while, and it's an early David Ortiz card from his time with the in the Twins organization. This is a 1998 card, and I just had it floating around. I think I had it in a one-touch or something. I'm like, yeah, I'll send it in. You can kind of see that there's chipping on the top there, and this just got a 6. So yeah, it's an 98 Upper Deck SP Top Prospects David Ortiz. So, yeah, this was a dud. I'll probably send this to ComC or send this somewhere else and, win some, lose some. I don't know what I was expecting in terms of getting a grade on that. The next two are cards that I'm happy to add. One of them to add back into my PC. One I've never had in my PC before, and they are Ted Williams hand-cut Wheaties cards from 1952. Not a lot of Ted Williams cards from 1952. We've talked about this on the channel before. I recently picked up the Red Man Tobacco with the tab at the Shriners show. These I picked up from a dealer named Doerr Hamill. He does also set up at Shriners, but I bought these from him in Philly, and I got a really good deal on these plus my photo pack from 76. And so this is the portrait. I've never owned this one before, and it can be hit or miss in terms of getting a number grade on these. And you see there's some staining on the back, but I think like you see most of the border around this. So I was pretty happy with the card, and I thought there was definitely a chance that this was going to get a number grade, and this one did get a 2. So pretty psyched to get a number grade on these cards. Not always the easiest thing. And then the other one was the other Ted Williams card in the set, the batting pose. I've owned one of these in the past. I sold it. Let me make sure that this focuses here. There we go. I've owned one of these previously. I sold it off, and I decided to get a new one to go with the portrait. And so the batting pose, great card, great looking card. Just these simple cards. I just love the Wheaties hand cuts. And this one got a 2.5. Nice gets on the grades there for both of the Ted Williams Wheaties cards. All right, just have I think we have 3 more here. One of them was actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to save this one for the second to last to show because I bought it with the last one. This is the third to last one. It is another edition for my my Diamond Stars Hall of Fame run. This one of Ted Lyons with the longtime White Sox. I thought this was a nice card. Picked this one up raw. Just got that sort of ding in the corner, the top left corner on the back there. Corners actually all around are pretty honest, as Mike Petty would say. Honest corners all around on Ted Lyons. And this one got a 2. So nice addition. I'm now up to, I believe, 12 Hall of Fame Diamond Stars cards. So pretty working my way through that. I think there's about 31 in total for what I'm going to do, not including the high numbers. All right, so then the last two, like I said, this was a deal that I did with Bill Chappell, getting these 2 cards that all have Red Sox heroes on them. This is a 52 Burke Ross of Dom DiMaggio, the little professor, the brother of Joe DiMaggio, one of the 4 teammates. And I just thought this was a nice one. I figured, hey, no, why not get this one graded? And this did better than I expected. This got a 5. I was thinking probably a 4 at the best, but it is very sharp. It's just the image is a little jumpy, but I think that's to be expected with some of these. The Burke Ross cards don't have the best registration, but was happy with that. And then the last one was a big Red Sox card that I wanted for a while that I was kind of like looking for the right copy of. And like I said, I bought this one raw along with the Dom DiMaggio. Bought this from Bill Chappell, and it is the 41 double play with Lefty Grove and Bobby Doerr. One of a couple cards in this set that have 2 Red Sox Hall of Famers on it. There's this one. There's also another card that I have, which is the Ted Williams and Joe Cronin. And then there's another Ted Williams in the set too. But I just thought this was such a nice, clean copy of this. You see the back is pretty clean. I was hoping for, there's a little bit of, you can see the little discoloration and staining around the edges. I didn't know exactly what to expect. Thought maybe this had an outside chance at a 4, but a 3 was kind of the most likely, and it did get a 3. So I'll just, I'll hold it like that just for a second, just so you can see the flip. But that's it. So 8 cards overall. Happy with the grades. Happy with the service from SGC. I know that obviously it continues to be a story about kind of the status of the company. They're still doing a good job with the actual grading of cards. I think like a lot of other stuff has become an issue. So hopefully they continue to do a good job grading cards. And if they continue to do a good job grading cards, I will continue to send my cards to them. But we will see. We will see what 2026 brings. I do have more cards that I could send to SGC. Several of them would be reholders, at least one crossover, and a few raw items. I showed them in the last video that I did where I mostly talked about my complaints about the PSA Vault. But let me know what you think of these cards, if you thought these were well-graded cards. Let me know what your experience has been like with SGC recently, if you've had experience with SGC. So thanks so much for watching. Check out where to follow us on social media channels. Check out our list of favorite nonprofits and charities, and check out our ComC store. And thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time on Wax Back Wisdom. Take care.